What's up, guys? It's Alariana.
And it's Aaliyah here, and welcome
back
back
to the Side by Side podcast. We're talking about things, mindset and relationship advice.
Yes,
Yeah.
mindset, motivation, relationship. We've both been in long-term relationships, so we're gonna really get into all of that.
And
today.
I think we're pretty good at staying in our relationships and giving good advice. So we're gonna talk about it today. We got some prompts on our lovely notebook today
here.
So, and if you guys do have prompts that you want us to talk about, just let us know. Comments, DMs, whatever. We love support, so
we love it.
First, prompt we're starting with mindset, and then we're gonna end it off with relationships. First prompt is going to be how to build discipline when your energy is low. So, do you want to go first?
Yeah, I think the most important thing when you're talking about discipline is doing it no matter how you feel, whether you're tired, you're insecure, you don't know what you're even wanting to talk about. Yeah. Like, you just got to get up and do the thing. After discipline comes a lot of reward, in my opinion. If you're choosing discipline over motivation, because anything you start, in my opinion, in life, you're going to have all the motivation in the world.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, after that motivation runs out, it's a matter of time when you're going to start losing the motivation. It will trickle out. Thanks. And then you're going to have to depend on the discipline. So
that was good, friend.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Totally.
And I think a good example of that is you going viral on TikTok.
Yes. I love
you guys.
That.
She went viral on TikTok.
So
she ended her job of what was it? It's been like 8-10 years.
Yes.
You've been at that
I started
job?
in 2016. It's 2025. So I served my time there. It was a good place to be. But when you know it's time to leave something that doesn't serve you anymore, you have to make the move.
Yeah.
Even if you don't know what you're gonna.
And you left, and then you started doing content, and then you basically blew up on TikTok.
Yeah, like out of
thousands
nowhere.
Gained thousands of fucking followers.
Thank you. Yes.
And it wasn't a matter of just like weeks.
It was
after
honestly
you quit.
2. Yeah.
It was like 2 weeks after like you left, basically.
Yeah.
That shit was crazy.
I don't even know. Discipline is hard.
Yeah, discipline is definitely hard. Like, it's definitely not an easy thing. I feel like what a lot of people like end up kind of like messing up when it comes to discipline.
Yeah.
Is like, for an example, you have to get up and you have to go to work every day. That's a thing because you have to get paid. You get paid for it. And I feel like what a lot of people they try to do is they try to build this lifestyle without any stream of income, anything. They're not getting back anything going or doing the thing that they're trying to expand on doing or be good at doing. So there's no prize or anything coming from it. So they're just like, okay, fuck it. So they're basically not getting shit from doing the thing that they're doing. So they're basically just like, okay, fuck it, we're just not going to do it anymore. I'm going to go back to door dashing because I know I'm going to get money. I'm going to go back to working because I know I'm going to get a paycheck every 2 weeks type shit. It's like that. And social media and trying to build whatever you're trying to do in life, whether it's anything like making your own like cookbook or some shit.
Getting creative.
Like getting creative, writing your own book, like being your own story, basically.
Yeah, I also think that it's hard to build the discipline, but you can practice every day doing something that's challenging and hard, because then you'll prove to yourself that you can actually put in the work, and then you'll be like, dang, I can actually get it done.
Oh, yeah.
So I think that if you're watching this and you're struggling with discipline, that you should really try to pick some habits daily that will tap into building discipline and actually do some self-reflection, like write in a journal, whatever that looks like. You can, you got to first figure out what you need for yourself in order to then define the discipline that you need in your life.
I feel like that it can be something as simple as like a daily habit, like drinking water or some shit. I suck at drinking water.
I love water. I literally love water.
Suck at drinking water. It's crazy because I like flavored water. Like if I add like lemon or lime to my shit.
And
like
cucumbers
it tastes good.
Are good.
Oh yeah, that's good
cucumbers.
Too. No, that's pretty good. Remember we had cucumbers at the Marquette? Cucumber water at the Marquette for my birthday.
That's how you know it's bougie.
Oh, that's how you know it's bougie.
Cucumbers and lemon.
Cucumber water and shit.
And then also if you add frozen fruit to your water, it's like an ice cube. And then after you're done drinking the water, it's like a reward. I don't know. I just...
Number 2. That's basically the thing about discipline. I mean, we'll get more into that later, but I think that's just the main topic of it all.
Yeah.
Let's get into the next topic.
So you don't need to feel ready. You just need...
Start.
Yeah.
You don't need to feel ready. You just need to start. Yeah, basically. 100%. I feel like with that, that's
Mhm.
like the most important thing, because I feel like if
Yeah.
you're somebody who's like an overthinker like me, like
Same.
you get inside your head too much. You're just like,
You
bro,
think yourself out of it, basically.
yeah,
Yeah.
you basically talk yourself out of it before you even start.
Yeah. Mhm.
Like waking up early.
Yeah.
I don't know how I do it every morning.
I love it. I love the early
My
morning
ass is
vibe.
up at 5 o'clock in the morning almost every day.
Yeah.
To just get my ass to work, and I've been doing good. I haven't.
That's so good.
I know. I'm so proud of myself.
Waking up early is so nice. It's like kind of rewarding, in my opinion.
I remember you not used to wake up early. You were a night
No.
owl.
I was
You were
a
like
night
my man,
owl,
bitch.
and I was yes.
You literally was sleep during the day
Yep.
and
No, I
awake
was
at
working
night.
during
Yeah,
the
you're
day.
working during the day and
Yes, girl.
still up
Mhm.
during the night. I don't know how you did it.
I
Because
felt
you were a
like,
general manager. You working
yes.
10, 12-hour shifts. Like,
right, but it's like I felt like I had no life. So I had to stay up to like work on things and
yeah,
chill and enjoy my life.
Mhm.
I'm so glad I left.
I'm happy you did too, friend.
So
Because now we're here.
I know. I love it. And I hope we can continue to further this podcast and get it out to the right people
Right,
and
absolutely.
do our thing because, yeah, you
What were we
don't need to
talking
feel
about?
ready. You just need to
Yeah,
start.
I've heard of. We went on a trip a few years ago to Atlanta, and there was a motivational speaker. I forgot what her name was.
Mel Robbins.
Mel Robbins.
Yep.
Yeah,
We
she
love
had
her.
this basically thing called the 5-second rule. You remember
Yep.
that?
I still use that.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
Mel Robbins.
serious.
Shout out to Mel
Yeah.
Robbins.
She's great.
Her 5-second rule. I used that for like a year after we went on that trip, and it actually helped. It's basically counting down from 5 and then doing whatever the fuck you got to do.
Yeah.
Like counting down from 5 and then getting your ass up out of bed.
Yeah.
Counting down from 5 and
doing the dishes.
Doing the dishes. Like basically, yeah, counting down from 5 and just doing it. So not even
running
like
the errand,
talking
whatever.
about anything in your fucking head or anything like that. Literally counting down from 5 and then just doing it.
Yeah.
I think that's a really good tool to use. Shout out to you, Mel. Because we love that tool. That's definitely a good tool to use for if you're trying to be disciplined with something, but you're an overthinker and you're someone who likes to talk yourself out of shit.
Yeah.
Like me.
And sometimes it's like you don't even know what you're capable of doing if you don't just start or if you don't just do the thing.
Yeah.
If you don't start working on yourself or if you don't start whatever, chasing your goals and dreams, you'll just never know. So I think that's the power in starting something and actually doing it.
People are capable of a lot. I just feel like sometimes some people just hold themselves back because they're scared or annoyed.
Yeah.
Or just
themselves out.
Oh yeah, like I said, they're talking themselves out. But I feel like some people have such good potential to be like really good doctors or really good influencers or really good like mindset coaches, you know? Like people like Mel Robbins and Trent Shelton, like people like that. Like people have the potential of actually having really good, you know, habits of doing those types of things.
Yeah. That's
and it
so
sucks.
true.
But it sucks though, because you meet so many good people in this world. Like you meet like so many people, like not even like on TikTok or just something. Like me and you, we met out of the confidence of us
doing something uncomfortable,
doing something we never thought that we'd do together, and here we are, 5 years later.
Literally, I feel like it has been.
It's been a good like 4 or 5. Here we are, like basically 4 or 5 years later.
I know,
like,
and this is proof of all of that.
Yeah, this is proof that good people are out there, good motivation is out there, good friends are out there.
Yes, exactly.
Love that for us.
Aww. I do too. Okay, we have how self-talk shapes identity. And I don't know why I stopped writing there.
Yeah, how self-talk shapes identity. I feel like it's basically the same thing as like talking yourself out of it. You need to basically motivate yourself into doing the thing that you're trying to do.
Right.
Like I'm gonna do this shit.
Right.
I'm gonna get this shit done. Ain't nobody gonna stop me. Tell your man to get out your face. Like you got work to do.
Exactly. That's so true. Because it's
feel me?
Your identity in your head is what you tell yourself, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So self-talk is either gonna make or break you, in my opinion. If you talk to yourself negative, then you're gonna believe the negative thoughts that come into your head. If you talk to yourself positive, then you're gonna look at yourself in a positive light. But everything
starts with the brain, you guys. Everything starts right here, and then your body. I mean, your body needs your brain to comprehend everything else throughout your body.
Facts.
So shit.
Mm-hmm.
You got to make sure that you're speaking positively on yourself, giving
Yeah.
yourself motivation, talking good to yourself, and also
Mm-hmm.
just giving yourself grace. If you feel like you're doing too much,
Right. That's
give
so
give
true.
yourself some grace. Like if you feel like you're doing too much, or you feel like you need more to more time to be able to get the things done that you want to get done,
Yeah.
give yourself some grace. Give yourself, take an hour to wind down, take a shower,
Self-care.
do your self care. There you go.
Yeah, and allow yourself to rest, because I think we get so caught up in the hustle of life and just hustle culture in general that we think, at least I think, I have to be doing something 24/7. If I'm not sleeping, I have to be doing something. But kind of like what you said, I think that we need to focus on rest, because without rest we bring stress, we bring anxiety if you don't give yourself the time or the grace to actually
Oh yeah.
relax and take care of yourself.
And then your whole mental health is completely fucked
Yeah.
up if you don't
Then
give
it's a
yourself time
spiral.
for that.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're literally, and then it goes into your anxiety chipping in, your depression
Yeah.
sipping in, your body just completely winding down, getting sick, catching shit. What the fuck is that noise? Is that the air conditioner?
No, bro. Did you shut the door?
No.
Maybe it's outside.
Maybe. Whatever.
I love that. Yeah, but yeah, just stay positive, stay up, and allow yourself to feel the feelings, allow yourself to feel the emotion, because we all got it. We're all human.
Yeah, we sure are.
And it's going to all work out.
It sure will. It'll all work out.
Period.
Well, that was good for a mindset motivation discussion.
That.
I love that.
I feel motivated.
We did a good job. I'm proud of us.
Now we're getting into relationship. Okay.
Now, for people who don't know, just a little backstory. I have been in a relationship for about 3 years. And
I've been in one for coming up on 7.
Yeah.
Yes.
7 years. 7 years this year?
7.
Yeah.
Because we met in 2018. Yeah, 7. I'm like, let me just make sure.
So we both have been in
7 years.
pretty long-term relationships. Of course, she's been in hers longer than mine, but I feel like we've both been to, trial and error, or just trials and tribulations within our relationships, ups and downs, struggles, weaknesses, goods, bads, positives, negatives, throughout our relationships. I feel like we're to the point where we're mature enough to, talk about these types of topics.
Yeah.
And honestly, just be truthful and honest about it.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
So, are you communicating or just talking?
Common traps in a relationship.
Yeah. Basically, the topic is like a common traps in the relationship. Like, are you just communicating with your partner, or are you talking? Now, this can go for like a number of things.
Yeah.
Like this can be as simple.
Situational.
Yeah, it can be as simple. Like if you're a person that like has children. I am a stepmother, so I can kind of speak on the parenting topic of this. I feel like when it comes to discipline, as far as the children, I don't discipline them out of respect for their actual mother.
Do you think that's like gotten in the way?
No.
Or is it just a level of respect that you have?
I mean, it's a level of respect. I mean, if he would like me to, I will. And if he needs me to, I will.
Right.
But
exactly.
It's not like I'm jumping in as the disciplinarian when it comes to the children. So a lot of the times we have to have that conversation.
Yeah.
Because, these are children we're talking about. Exactly. These are, we have to communicate this, and we have to be like, okay, what's not okay? What can we do to make sure that you're comfortable with what I'm doing, and the mother of your children is comfortable with what I'm doing. Even though that's probably doesn't care about what she thinks. But, I mean, we still have to take it into consideration. We have to be respectful because, I mean, regardless, she's in their life. She's a part of their life. He's in their life. He's a part of their life. They have parents, but they also have other people that are around.
Right.
So I feel like that's a big communication thing that I feel like definitely puts us in the spot of our relationship. Because, I mean, children aren't just going to fly up and disappear.
Yes.
Like, God forbid. But, like, they're not just going to completely disappear. It's not just a topic that we can't communicate. It's not a topic that we can't communicate about, which is what I'm trying to get into. It's a topic that has to be discussed because I'm not biologically their parent.
Right.
Does that make sense, friend?
Totally.
Oh, okay.
That made complete sense.
No, I'm just saying. I love that because I feel like that was just a good topic because... I mean, it's not just like something that we can just talk about. We have to sit down and actually communicate about that. And he has to be able to know what I'm accepting. I have to be able to know what he's accepting, and I have
Right.
to also be, I have to listen. I have to actively listen to the
Yes.
things that he's
Yep.
trying to tell me. So it's not like I can just sit there and just be like, you know what, okay, whatever. I don't care. I don't give a
Right. Because
fuck.
that's
These
the
ain't my
example of just
kids.
talking
That's
versus
example. Yeah, that's example
communicating.
of just
Yeah.
talking versus communicating. And like,
That's spot on.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's a good one.
That is so good. Because I think
Thanks, man.
communication comes with a result. Talking just is talking. You don't see anything from it. You don't see any growth from it. So I think that communication comes with some type of result.
I
So
feel
if you,
like for I know I agree. Sorry to
yeah,
cut you off, Ryan. I'm
no, you're
sorry. No, I
good.
feel like the difference between like communication and talking. I feel like you need to be able to listen
Mm-hmm.
and take accountability for when things are wrong when it comes to communication and
Yeah,
talking. That's
exactly.
I feel like that's the main. I
Admitting,
feel like that's the main difference. Like
mm-hmm.
being able to admit, like, a, I apologize. I am wrong
Right,
on
which is so
this.
hard to do for me because I feel like I'm always right, but I know that again with communication, it's respect for your partner and listening to them and
Yeah,
understanding that they feel hurt by
yeah.
something you said or what you did.
Mhm.
And yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like it's definitely
Hmm.
a big thing. It's definitely a big struggle in a lot of relationships. A lot of people just need to. I feel like they need to just like try to focus on what their partner wants rather than thinking this is what I need them to
Yeah,
understand all the time. It's okay,
exactly.
friend.
No, I love that.
No, it's just it's. I feel like that's what I mean. I used to do that. I just used to be like, everything just needs to go my way because
My
I know that
way,
I
this is
know that
my
I'm
way.
because I know
Yeah,
that I'm right. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like
exactly.
that those things just need to be 100% stated and communicated 100%.
Right.
Yeah,
And that's facts.
that's
I
valid.
cannot argue with that. I really can't.
No.
Are you
Okay.
compatible in your relationship?
Are you compatible in your relationship? I think I am.
Hmm.
What do you think you and Dana are
Yes.
compatible?
Oh,
Oh, I was
100%.
like, I was like,
No, I'm
I
just
know. I thought you were
thinking
saying like you guys are compatible. I was like,
I'm
oh
just
shit.
thinking how do we approach this like
Compatibility in what way? Like growing
uh
up or
yeah, I don't really know how to touch on this topic.
acting?
Are you
I mean, are
compatible
you? I
in your
mean,
relationship?
let's start
Yeah.
like this. Do you and think you and Dana are alike? And do you think that's what got y'all
That's a
together?
great point. Okay.
Or do you think you guys are
Um
opposites and that's what attracted you guys to
right.
each other in the first
I
place?
think that one thing I've learned about being in a long-term relationship is that you guys grow over time
Mm-hmm.
and your interests will change. So you're not always going to be, for example, Data and I, we connected on art and we still love art,
Yeah,
but
we
it's
love
like,
art.
yes, but it's like, I'm not as passionate about it as I once was. I don't have the time like I used to.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that there's certain areas where we just I'm starting to get into content. He doesn't really, I mean, he cares about it, but it's not his forte, I
Yeah.
guess you if you want to say. So,
So do you think that's what like got you guys together? Is your love for art? I
I
would say
think
that that's a
art and
good.
then we also just click. We understand each other, the way we think, the
Yeah,
way that we can observe the world and talk deep about life
it's
is
like the
something
same.
that yes, like
I love
we
that.
could talk for hours and I think even 7 years later we could still sit and talk
Still sit and talk about the same
all
shit.
night. Yeah. And I think that shows that we got love and we will never change and
Yeah,
switch up on each other.
I love you
So
guys.
yeah,
You guys are cute. I
for
feel like for
real.
me, as far as compatibility with art, I feel like me and him are compatible, but I feel like we're both opposites, and that's what made us attract.
Yes, you
Like
guys are. It's
we're
crazy.
so opposite, but it's what makes us us. It's what
I
makes
know.
a lot of
Yeah.
people love us because with my partner, he's like, he's joking, he's funny, he has a
Mhm.
lot of energy, but you can tell that he genuinely loves me.
Yes.
Me, I am very chill and laid back
Mhm. We need
and
that.
just kick my
Chill.
feet up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just
It's a
chill. And
balance.
he's the opposite of that,
Mhm.
which I think can like sometimes bring out the funny in me, bring out like, the
The
cool in
good
me, the good
energy and
energy in me.
yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like with me because I'm chill and I'm more like
Okay.
because I'm
I'm
like
just
because I'm chill and
mhm.
more cool and I'm more just like very mellow. I feel like I can bring out the peace in him.
Yeah, that's a really good way to put it.
Yeah,
That's
I feel like
cute.
that's a good way that we attracted because we became friends
Mhm.
before we got into a
Yep.
relationship, which what
Exactly.
I think a lot of people end up kind of fucking up.
Mhm.
Like they just get right into a relationship because they think that they're compatible because they're just like, oh, we like the same type of
Yep.
music.
And then eventually that runs out and you're like, what are we doing here?
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah, make sure you guys are definitely friends with the person before you get into a relationship.
Yeah, it helps long term.
Yeah, it definitely feels, because
'Cause
we were
then-
friends for, I think, a year. No, we
Yeah.
were friends for more than a year, like
Yeah.
maybe 2 years, and then we started talking for like a year, and then we finally got into a relationship like a year after
Right.
that. So it was basically
That's
like a
perfect.
2-3 year gap of us getting
Wow.
together.
But then it shows that you guys, after the butterfly stage or the honeymoon stage,
Butterfly stage.
yeah, I don't know how else to explain it, where it's
That
like you
makes sense.
feel those feelings for the person and then they eventually die. Like then you can really understand. I feel like I'm confusing myself.
No, you're fine. Keep going. You're on the right track.
I lost my train of thought.
No, like basically, trying to stay in the honeymoon stage like 7 years, 5-7 years later.
Yeah,
Like
because that honeymoon stage is gonna,
keeping that same love and same infatuation
right
that you had for that person then, as you
Exactly.
do 2,
Thank
3,
you, girl.
5, 10, 40 years later, whatever the case may be.
Right.
Yeah.
Spot on.
Love that. Okay, last topic. Line between support and self-abandonment. Ooh.
Do you want to get into this one? Yeah.
I mean, let's talk about it. Let's just talk about it. We can talk about it. I feel like the line between support and self-abandonment is very thin.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why I say it is I feel like your partner, significant other, whatever, can be supportive in multiple ways, as far as supporting you on social media, like in your social media journey, like supporting you in your work life, supporting you in your mental health.
Right.
Like, say if you're like a mother, supporting you in your pregnancy stage, pre and post pregnancy stage. I feel like there should be some type of support there, as far as just catering to the needs. And I feel like with self abandonment, I feel like that comes actually in a line of communication, which is why it's kind of like a thin line, because I feel like if you're not communicating those things, then that person's not going to know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, I'm
so true.
Like, I'm not gonna lie,
exactly
men aren't they're not the smartest people on the planet. Like, you kind of got to tell
really
them,
not.
like, you kind of got to tell them the things that you need, and then they'll be able to give that to you. And that's why I feel like the line between that, I feel like that's what I'm saying. The line between it, I feel like it's thin, because it's like, they're gonna obviously give you support as their partner, but if there's other things that you're wanting, like within yourself or like within the relationship, that you're not getting and you're not telling them about it, and then you feel just abandoned, like within yourself, within your relationship, I feel like that's just something that you have to be able to speak up. I mean, I feel like people in relationships just need to learn how to speak up.
Yeah.
It's basically
That's
speak up type of
That's well said. That is very well said.
Speak the fuck up.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I feel like I've been speaking up since the beginning. Have you been speaking up since the beginning, or did you have to learn how to like speak up for the things that you wanted?
I feel like it was a learned behavior.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because I was always somebody, I was actually in therapy, and I think one of the biggest problems I had was being assertive and being able to say what I feel without making someone feel bad.
Oh, so you like said it in like a negative way or like a mean way, or like...
No, I didn't say it at all.
Oh,
you know what I mean? And that was my problem. I just let things kind of slide, and it's been a learned behavior that I've had to learn over the years. And if that makes sense,
no, it makes sense, friend. Yeah, no, I feel that. I feel like definitely
it's come over time.
I had to learn how to speak up, not even in relationships, but just life in general.
Exactly.
Like, yes, I was a very quiet kid. I kind of let people walk all over me.
Same.
But as I like got older,
like
I've had to learn to like just kind of cut people like out of my life.
Yeah. You have to protect your peace,
cut relationships off. I feel like sometimes when you're young, you want the love and you want the honeymoon stage, and you just want to be in it just so that you can say that you're in it. But I feel like after a while, you just say, after a while, you're just like, I need to do what's best for me.
Exactly. Well said. And anything else?
No, I think
I love this episode.
Oh, this is actually a really good episode, you guys. I like this episode.
I feel like we connected, and I hope you guys feel the same, because we will be back with more. We trust and believe that.
Yep, we will be back for the 3rd episode of the Side by Side podcast, and we'll see you guys soon.
Bye, y'all.